I guess for me, because I've worked with enough men that are virgins that are caught up in a porn addiction that I don't see the act sexual at all by nature. I know the images are portraying sexuality. I know the images are portraying the act of sex, but I have a hard time um, agreeing with somebody saying that a man that has never had sex has a sex addiction, and his sex addiction is with porn.
Hmm.
So I'm curious there. I'm not really going to be able to articulate this into more of a question for you. So maybe it can kind of just be an open discussion here.
No, for
Um,
sure. I agree
so
with you. Like, one thing I tell my clients is that pornography addiction is the symptom, right? There's something that is underlying that is like, that's just simply the avenue that they've chosen to avoid whatever it is that they're feeling, right? To um avoid being bored or stressed, right? Like, that's just why in times of stress a lot of men struggle even more with porn than they did before, right? Or in more stressful times of their life they act out more on that, is not because they have an increase in sexual desire and that's how they find it fulfilling. That's just what they think it is, but there's something underneath that they haven't been able to really figure out internally, and this is simply the avenue that they've chosen to do it. Like you said, it could be drugs. They could have just as easily turned to alcohol or to gambling or to overworking, right? And women, we do this too when we don't want to feel something, when there's some kind of internal imbalance, then we usually turn to food or to online shopping or to scrolling social media. So we all have different avenues that we've chosen. Men, like pornography, first of all, is free and it's very easily accessible. And it has this like physical feel good at the end. So it's very appealing. And I totally understand it. And that's what I help my clients with a lot, is trying to get them to see how it's, even though pornography, the images are sexual, pornography addiction is not about sex. It's not about a lack in the sexual relationship. It's not about a lack on the wife's part. It's about it's just simply the outlet of choice.
yeah, I'm curious if you ever speak with women that, or even men in general, that the porn addiction isn't having a huge impact on the intimacy.
For sure. Absolutely. 100%. See, and that's something that even I was super surprised with when my husband told me, because we had a great sex life. And so even though so that's another reason why I didn't see it coming. There are several, when I see a sexual relationship that is affected, it's not typically because of pornography use or masturbation, but because of the wife's insecurity or the husband's embarrassment, right? Those are the things that affect the sexual relationship more than him watching porn, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.